first clip for the vlog of episode 2. Today is my off day, but what we're planning on doing is a VO2 max test. So it's not the most ideal VO2 max test. We're going to be doing a Cooper test, which doesn't require any equipment, any mask, tubes, electrical setup, the cart as they call it. I've done that once before in exercise phys. Got probably about 2 years ago now. I think I got around a 56 to 60, which is pretty solid. This is going to give me a different kind of value. It's based on how many meters you run in 12 minutes. So I'm at the Liberty Park track. Unfortunately, it's not a quarter-mile track. It's a little bit less than that, so I believe it's 5 laps around equals a mile. So it's going to get a little complicated in tracking my distance and making sure I have proper values, so I'm getting an accurate test. But this is essentially this is a modified VO2 max test to check my aerobic capacity, because it's really important with the triathlon. I have good aerobic capacity, so I'm kind of doing it. I've been cycling, but not super heavy, like dedicated training. So this is kind of baseline pretty much, and I'm planning to do it again about like 2 to 3 weeks out from my triathlon, which I've decided is going to be October 25th, Santa Monica, or Venice rather, I think. So basically 4 months. I got 4 months to figure it out. So yeah, that's the goal. I'm going to do it 2 to 3 weeks out from competition to see how much I've improved. So I'm just going to run around this thing for 12 minutes and see how far I can go. I'm probably just going to do the math after, just keep it simple, so I'm just concentrating on running while I'm out there. But anyways, yeah, that's it. I'll report back. Bye. Alright guys, so I just did the Cooper test. Well, pretty good. I was dying a little bit at the end, but so this track here at Liberty Park is 330 yards. So basically it takes 5 1/3 laps to do a mile. I ended up getting 9 laps. So that was how far was that? I forget the yardage, but converted to meters, it's a little bit less. So it was 2,715 meters. And that's kind of how the Cooper test goes by. And that put me, for my age and my gender, very good. I wanted to get a very good, which was 2,800. I was, what is that? 85 meters short? Yeah, 85. Because I had 2,715. So, room for improvement. I was honestly really trying to get to that very good rating. If I had maybe half a lap in me, but there was no way. I was sprinting so hard at the end just to get that last little bit for the 9 laps. I don't know why I sprinted so hard. Just arbitrary. I guess I just want to make the math easy. But it's just arbitrary. It's not even like a fourth of a mile, whatever. But 9 laps, so something to improve on at my baseline. So now I can, do my training, my aerobic threshold training, and I'll probably do halfway through training at 2 months, just to see how I'm progressing, see if my programming's doing good and I'm performing well. And if it is, that's cool. I'll just keep it going and just do my thing. If I'm not, I got to switch it up and figure something out, because the aerobic threshold is very important. And on top of that, my metabolics, my lactate clearing, which it's a little bit harder to test that without some serious equipment. So that's probably not going to happen. But nevertheless, today was a success. Dripping sweat. Alright, that video cut off, but that's alright. I'll just wrap it up here. That's it. I have my big ride tomorrow. So today's the 20th, Saturday. It's the 21st. Tomorrow is my first big ride down to Huntington. And then I have a couple more. My first swimming programming is for Tuesday. So looking forward to that as well. I'll be documenting all that, and I'll get back to you guys with how it goes. Alright, bye. Alright guys, hopefully the wind isn't too loud in the speaker, but we've hit Bolsa about 43 minutes in. I started with my dad. dad, which I'll cover more once I get to Huntington, but it slowed me down a little bit, to say the least. 43 minutes in at Bolsa. I don't even really want to look at the map and see how far I got. I'm just going to push through. Feeling pretty good, a little out of breath. Major headwind, but I don't even mind that bad because that just means it's going to be on my back coming back, which is better than the other way around. So I'm just going to keep pushing. Alright, bye.
Everybody wants to know, all I know is that I flow. You and I can't deny the matter of the fact. I'm making this hot track. Motherfuckers, check this shit. What's the deal with the drum and stick? Oh, it's pumping, this hot thumping. To explosion, a rendition. Pure electromagnetic groove. Oh shit, oh yes, it's true. All I hear is ho ho ho, turn off that radio. Pump up that them jams. And raise up all your hands. Scream MC Colors and all shit. Yeah, MC Colors and all.
Alright, what's up guys? Down here in Huntington and made it. All in all, not that bad, I'll be honest. It was a little slow going. My dad decided last minute to kind of hitch a ride. He thought he was going to get down to Huntington. He made it to the trailhead and then said, you go ahead without me. So that was nice. So started off a little slow, that was alright. I got down in about an hour and 7, I think it was. Burned about 700 calories. I'm picking up bonsai bowl right now, just to get some carbs, whatnot. I brought some gels, but I'd rather not use them. Eventually I need to learn how to use them, and because I'm going to need them in the race. But getting some bonsai bowl wasn't too bad. There was a bit of a headwind, so that's alright, because then heading back, it'll be on my back, which I'm a fan of, and yeah, I think that's it. Alright, bye. Alright, that was it for the Huntington Beach ride. I just got home. I'm so out of breath. Not out of breath, but just my legs hurt. My quads, my glutes hurt. My low back. I'm not gonna lie. Got a little bit of a headwind coming back, but I found a better path. All along Bolsa Chica, there's this kind of paved, nice black, just nice smooth. I don't even know, like tarmac almost, kind of. So rode that. There were some pedestrians in the way, but it wasn't a big deal. I really only got slowed down at sunset and Seal Beach, going through the cities with the lights. That was really the only time I was getting slowed down. I kept it going. I was really pushing the pace. I was hurting there for a second, but just got to get used to it. It was good. All right, I'll see you guys Tuesday. Tuesday. I'll be doing some swimming and some biking. All right, bye. All right, what's up, guys? Today is Tuesday, 23rd. This looks kind of dirty. Let me. Sorry. Should have done that before. Whatever. So yeah, today's Tuesday. Today is my first swim training, so I'm doing that down the Belmont, by the bay, in the Belmont area. I don't know if I said that already. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna ride down, packing pretty light. I'm not bringing really anything of value except for my phone, because I don't want to get stolen. I couldn't really find a bag that I could lock onto my bike that I could also lock to make sure no one gets into. I don't really know where to get that. So if you do, let me know. And yeah, I'll show you once we get down there kind of what it looks like. I think I showed it in a little clip last video. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna get to it, warm up, get down there, and get swimming. Alright, so down here at the bay, there's the bridge. I'm gonna take off from there in the sand, and hopefully you can see the buoys all the way down there. I'm not sure how far it goes down, honestly, but I looked it up. It's 500 yards, which is, how long is that? It's about a quarter of a mile. So, I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'm going to just see how I feel. I haven't swam in a long time, so we'll just see how it goes. Alright, bye. Alright guys, so here by the Belmont Pools, about to head down Long Beach, the actual beach. There's like the bike trail, whatever. Had to get out of the Bay Area. There was a crazy guy trying to talk to me. He was stammering and talking about nonsense, but I'm not gonna lie, the swim was kind of challenging. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly, though. I hadn't swam in a long time, so I guess I went alright. I got through 500 yards, which is about a quarter of a mile, but I was pretty gassed. It took me about 11-12 minutes, which is not a great pace because I want to be able to do the whole swim part in about a half an hour, which I have time to improve, but, you know, if I'm doing a quarter mile at around 11 minutes, and it's nearly a whole mile, that's not a good pace, because I'm trying to do the swim part in about a half an hour. I don't want to be in the water any longer than a half an hour, so just room for improvement. I feel like that's going to be the most challenging part of this race for me. Even though I have experience swimming, I was never good long distance. That 400 yards kind of kicked my butt, but just, you know, we'll figure it out. I have plenty of time to improve. Just, I know that's something I need to focus on. Alright, bye. Alright, what's up guys? What's today? Thursday the 25th. Today's supposed to be my ride / run day, but I'm not super feeling it today to train. I took yesterday off. I just kind of had like an active recovery day, played some golf, nothing too intense, but yeah, not really feeling it that much. Woke up kind of late, don't have any clients today. I did have a phone interview though with the job. It went all right. Wasn't feeling it that much, and just after, I don't know what happened. I just, maybe some kind of anxiety or whatever, but I just got so sick to my stomach. I just like did not feel good at all, and yeah, I'm supposed to train today, but I'm probably just gonna take it easy, ride down the Seal back. Probably won't run at all. This is my first day I'm supposed to run, but I'm just not feeling it. But we'll just see how it goes. All right, bye. Alright, hey, what's up guys? Today, Sunday, 6/28. I got my big ride today. As I said on, what was that? My last ride day was Thursday. Supposed to run, ended up not doing that. Like I said, I just wasn't into it. I was having a bad day. And then Friday was probably even worse. Got some shitty news about school. That sucked. And then Saturday was kind of the cherry on the top. One of my players I really liked on the Dodgers. I guess, you know, so he had an injury. I believe it was his ACL. You know, he got put on the DL, and I didn't know this about him until the news came out yesterday. But I guess he has had a lot of mental issues, anxiety, depression. I don't know what the extent it was, but that's the reason he got dropped from the Tampa Bay Rays. And then we picked him up. He was doing so good. And, I mean, it's really tough. It's really tough because, you know, I've taken sports psychology. I understand it. Taking a big injury like that when you're kind of just making it up into the big leagues, because he was a minor league kind of guy. So, you know, you have a big injury like that, which puts you out for a while. You know, ACL, it could be, you know, 9 months. Depends on how fast your rehab is. It could be quicker, but, you know, then you have a history of, you know, mental issues. And so, long story short, I guess he was found at this airport in Florida, just like behind the airport, like just with a book bag. That's it. I mean, that's fucking bananas. Like, that was a guy that I watched on the TV like a year and a half, 2 years ago, like killing it, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into it just than his injury. But yeah, dude, that was tough news, I'll be honest. Anyways, we're here today. I'm rambling, but I'm gonna try and make it down to Huntington today. It's a lot cooler today, so as opposed to the last Sunday when I did it, so I'm not too worried about that. Kind of know what to expect. I don't think it should be too hard. Just kind of getting used to be on the bike for a while, because I am training for a triathlon right now. But I've been looking into road racing and whatnot pretty extensively. I've been just addicted to road racing. It looks so much fun. The strategy and the technique that goes into it. And those races are long. And I eventually want to build up to that after my triathlon, I think, and get used to that. But kind of keeping my aerobic base high. I'm still pretty far out, so I'm not really trying to get too specific with it, because ultimately the triathlon is going to be like 24.6 miles, I believe. So, and then this round trip to Huntington and back is 32. So it's not, it's a little bit farther than I would be doing in triathlon. So, I'm still far out. Don't need to get too specific with the training yet. So I'm going to do that. Try and find some cool places to record to get some time lapsing. A little bit different than last time, so you're not watching the same thing. Because I think my other video last Sunday will be in this same video, or the clips rather from that will be in this video. So yeah, alright, anyways, I'm just gonna get to it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
House, yeah. MC Colors in the house, yeah.
Alright, hey, so I believe I've figured out how to do a little bit of post commentary here, and I want to just kind of break down my numbers for my ride today, because I thought they're pretty interesting. So I use a Whoop strap to track my fitness, and if it's done correctly, you should see my information up there. So if you're not familiar with Whoop, they give you a number, which is your strain, and that's essentially they calculate it by the activity you're doing and how long you do it for and your heart rate during that time. 16.3 was my strain for the ride there to Huntington. That's the highest strain I think I've ever gotten in anything, so that's pretty interesting. And it did not feel as hard as last week's ride, and you can see it right there. Building aerobic capacity, spent 45 minutes at 80 to 90% of your max heart rate. This is 35 minutes, 35 more minutes than your typical spent in this heart rate zone during cycling. So that's pretty bananas. And really honestly, I just did not believe, I didn't even think I was working that hard. Spending 45 minutes in an 80-90% max heart rate, if you know anything about exercise, that's pretty bananas. I can't even explain that. I don't know how to improve that much within just a week. Usually in my cycling breakdown, like the breakdowns that I put on Whoop, it's usually showing me like how long I've been in the 70-80% range. And this told me I was in the 80-90 for 45 minutes. So that's pretty bananas. And also I think this is probably the highest calorie expenditure. 926. I was feeling a little low in calories towards the end. I was considering just doing one of my gels, but I was like, I know I'm going to get a bonsai bowl once I get there, so I'll just push through. An average heart rate of 156, which is a little bit above average for me. And then my max heart rate was 178, which is pretty standard, and duration of 106, which is pretty good. I did, I believe, 107 going there last time, and then 105 coming back, so that's right around in that range. So now we're going to switch over to the coming back one. Right now, it should pop up. And so we can see it's a 16 strain, so a little bit less. You can see I did it again. I spent 44 minutes at an 80 to 90% max heart rate on the way back as well. And that's pretty crazy. I just didn't really feel like I was working that hard. So ultimately what I think it is just I'm getting more efficient with my movements on the bike. I'm just getting more time on the bike and my quads and all those primary muscle groups. I'm just getting more efficient at the movement, and I've been watching tips and tricks on cycling and aerodynamics and I was really trying to incorporate a lot of that in today's ride, getting down low, staying in aerodynamic, but not constantly staying in the drops. If you're not familiar with the different handles in a road bike, there's the drops, which is the curve around, the lower handlebars. So when I was doing my sprints, I would be in the drops and I'd be in that low aerodynamic position. But sometimes I would hold on to the hoods, which are the handles that, once you hook around and they kind of go into your brakes, but they're not the drop down part, those are your hoods. And I was not primarily, but like 50-50 holding onto the hoods, a lot more so than I say I would normally. And then also using that primarily for my uphills, which there wasn't a ton, but I was holding those hoods, which for whatever reason, I don't know, that's how you should do it, from all the videos I've been watching and whatnot. But anyways, enough on the technicals. Yeah, I just thought this was really crazy. 89% for 44 minutes. Calories was a little bit less because I had a little bit of a tailwind coming back. Oh yeah, and I should say on the way there, I was at 15.7 miles, and I was doing an average of 14 miles per hour, 14.1 miles per hour, and took 106, like I said. Now this is real interesting. Coming back, I did a 16.3, so 32 miles round trip. I was going 15.6 miles per hour, so like a whole extra 1.5 miles. That's probably from the tailwind. And then I did it 4 minutes less, and that was the fastest I've done either there or back for my Huntington trip. So I was doing like 0.6 miles more, but I was going 1.5 miles per hour faster, and I did it in 4 minutes less coming back. Maybe I fueled a little bit better coming back because I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but it wasn't great. But like when I was there, I had a bonsai bowl, which is just a bunch of carbs, simple sugars, just straight into the bloodstream. So maybe the fueling was better. Because the tailwind also helped maybe. I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm kind of rambling on here. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna wrap it up. But I thought these stats were interesting. And yeah, if you have any thoughts on it, let me know. Throw them in the comments. That'd be super cool. But yeah, that's it. Cool. Peace.